Christopher Musa, faces mounting pressure and intense public scrutiny over the refusal to release the much-discussed list of alleged terrorist sponsors. This development has ignited widespread debate across political circles, security communities, civil society groups, and among ordinary Nigerians who are demanding clarity, transparency, and decisive action in the fight against terrorism. For months, security agencies have maintained that certain individuals and networks are responsible for financing and supporting violent groups operating in different parts of the country. The expectation from many citizens was that the names of these alleged sponsors would eventually be made public to demonstrate accountability and reinforce confidence in the ongoing counterterrorism campaign. However, the decision not to publish the list at this stage has sparked controversy, with critics questioning whether powerful interests are being protected or whether there are legal and strategic reasons behind the delay. Supporters of the defense chief argue that intelligence operations require confidentiality and that premature disclosure could compromise investigations or endanger national security. They emphasize that counterterrorism efforts often depend on surveillance, financial tracking, and coordinated arrests that may be undermined if sensitive information becomes public too early. On the other hand, lawmakers and civic organizations insist that transparency strengthens democracy and that Nigerians deserve to know who is allegedly funding violence that has claimed thousands of lives. The debate highlights a delicate balance between operational secrecy and public accountability in a democratic society. Security analysts explain that compiling a list of alleged sponsors involves complex intelligence gathering, financial forensic investigations, and legal review to ensure that accusations are supported by credible evidence. Releasing names without airtight proof could expose the government to defamation lawsuits and weaken prosecutions if cases collapse in court due to insufficient evidence. Nevertheless, frustration continues to grow in communities affected by banditry and terrorism, where citizens feel the human cost of insecurity daily. Families who have lost loved ones to violent attacks express anger that those believed to be financing such crimes have not been publicly identified or prosecuted. The National Assembly has reportedly sought briefings from defense authorities to understand the status of investigations and the reasons for withholding the list. Political commentators warn that prolonged silence may fuel conspiracy theories and erode public trust in security institutions. Meanwhile, the Defense Headquarters maintains that operations against insurgent groups remain ongoing and that arrests have been made quietly as part of broader strategies. Officials argue that success in security matters is not always measured by public announcements, but by tangible reductions in attacks and improved safety. Civil society leaders are calling for a middle ground, suggesting that a judicial or parliamentary oversight committee could review the list confidentially to assure Nigerians that progress is being made. Such an approach, they argue, would preserve operational secrecy while enhancing credibility. Economic observers note that insecurity affects investor confidence, agricultural productivity, and national development, making decisive action against financiers of violence essential. Religious leaders across various regions have appealed for unity, urging authorities to act with both firmness and fairness, while discouraging ethnic or political profiling. They caution that publicizing names without careful verification could inflame tensions in an already sensitive environment. Security experts also highlight the challenge of tracking funding sources that often move through informal channels, cross-border transactions, and complex networks designed to evade detection. Financial intelligence units reportedly continue collaborating with international partners to trace suspicious flows and freeze assets linked to extremist activities. The controversy surrounding the unreleased list underscores broader questions about institutional capacity, political will, and legal preparedness. Analysts emphasize that naming alleged sponsors is only the first step and that successful prosecution requires meticulous evidence collection and airtight legal procedures. Public opinion remains divided, with some citizens demanding immediate disclosure and others advocating patience until investigations are concluded. Community leaders in conflict-prone regions stress that restoring security requires dismantling both the armed groups and the financial pipelines that sustain them. Youth organizations have called for transparency reforms and stronger whistleblower protections to encourage reporting of suspicious activities. The defense chief has reiterated commitment to eliminating terrorism and insists that strategic decisions are guided by national interest rather than public pressure. Observers note that leadership during complex security challenges often involves difficult choices between openness and operational effectiveness. The coming weeks may determine whether authorities decide to release portions of the list, initiate prosecutions, or provide additional explanations to calm public concern. Regardless of the approach taken, the central issue remains the same: dismantling the financial backbone of terror networks operating within and beyond Nigeria's borders. Citizens are encouraged to remain vigilant, report credible information to authorities, and avoid spreading unverified claims that could distort understanding of ongoing investigations. Nigeria's democratic institutions will ultimately be judged by their ability to balance transparency with security and deliver justice through lawful means. As the nation watches closely, expectations are high that decisive steps will follow words and that accountability will prevail without compromising national stability. We will continue to monitor developments, provide verified updates, and bring you comprehensive analysis as this critical issue unfolds. Stay informed, remain engaged, and continue to support peaceful dialogue as Nigeria confronts the complex challenge of ending terrorism and holding its sponsors accountable. Before we end this report, I want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for watching and for trusting this platform as your source of news and information. Every day, we work hard to bring you accurate updates, balanced analysis, and the stories that truly matter to Nigerians at home and abroad. Our mission is simple: to keep you informed, aware, and ahead of the headlines. If you appreciate credible reporting and want to stay connected to breaking developments as they happen, please support this channel by subscribing. When you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, you make sure you never miss any important update. Your support helps this platform grow and allows us to continue delivering quality news content consistently. Click the subscribe button now and become part of our growing news community. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your continued support.